Hi everyone, my name is Tara and I'm the tour coordinator for Deadwood History Incorporated. Thanks for joining us today. We are in the historic Adams house, and if you've watched videos in the past, you may know that we have a new script this year, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information that we learned from the research that was done for that script. This house is a Queen Anne style Victorian home. It was built in 1892. In 1892 was only 16 years after the gold rush that brought most people to Deadwood. And by then, this was a pretty modern town already. So this house was built at a cost between $8,000 and $10,000. It was built by Harris and Anna Franklin. Now, $8,000 and $10,000 in 1892 is about $225,000 to $285,000 today. That's what the equivalent rate would be. So it was a pretty fancy house back then. It was built with electricity, hot and cold running water, indoor plumbing, radiator heat, and electric lights. It had telephone service. So as I said, Deadwood was a pretty modern community, and this house had all those things. Some other interesting stuff, the 1893 World's Fair that they were preparing for, they were building model homes and demonstration homes with those futuristic features to try and promote that. And Deadwood already had a house that already had all those features. Now Harris, so was his wife Anna. He immigrated to the United States when he was a young boy. He came from a Jewish background. His original name was Harris Finkelstein. He moved to the United States. He started out in Iowa, and then he met his wife, Anna, also 49. And they were both living in Iowa, like I said. And then they married, had one son, Nathan, and kind of started moving their way west. They moved to Nebraska and then Wyoming. And in that time frame in Wyoming, it was hard to not notice all of the gold seekers moving towards the Black Hills. So Harris followed those gold seekers to Deadwood in 1877. He started a business selling liquor and tobacco to the miners. And that was two things that were always in demand in a gold mining camp. The business was very successful, and then Anna and Nathan joined him in 1870. And they joined just in time to see a devastating fire destroy their business and about 300 other businesses in Deadwood. Harris rebuilt, as many did, and in time the business became very successful. He then decided it was time to branch out, and he did that also. He went into the mining business. He bought the Golden Reward gold mine, and it was only second to the Homestake gold mine. So it was producing a lot of gold at the time. He also went into the cattle business. He owned about 45,000 head of cattle at one time. He was one of the largest cattle producers. And beef was in really high demand. His were usually shipped to distant slaughterhouses, or it was sold to the federal government so that they could meet the treaties with the American Indian reservations. Now, I mentioned that they had one son, Nathan. When they built this house in 1892, Nathan was already an adult, so this house was built for just the two of them. And people wondered, why did they build such a large house for just two people? Well, the short answer is they were healthy and they could. It showed that they were a very important part of this community. This community had evolved due to a lot of things that the Franklins did. Now, a lot of people know this house as the Adams house. But it was really the Franklins who built it. And so in this new tour that we're going to have this season, once we are able to open back up, we are going to showcase a little bit more of the Franklins. Now, a little bit about the house itself. The ceilings on this main level are 11 foot tall. The walls are covered in Egyptian cotton canvas, and they have beautiful hand painted and hand stenciled borders. And that's how the whole main level is. The woodwork in the house was from Omaha, Nebraska, and it was shipped in by rail. The railroad came to Deadwood in 1890, so that's kind of what made this house possible to have all these modern features. It also has 3 beautiful fireplaces, and this particular fireplace that I'm standing by has beautiful Majolica tile around it, and they came from the Trent Tile Company in Trenton, New Jersey. Some other fun features about this house, like I said, it had radiator heat, electric lights, indoor plumbing. This house was built with a bathroom. It is on the 2nd level. Now, when you come to tour this house, you get to see this whole main level, and it is built in an open home design, kind of like our homes are designed today. And back then, that was so that the radiator heat could circulate evenly. You also get to tour the 2nd level of the house, and that's where the sleeping quarters and the bedrooms and the bathrooms are at. So as soon as this crazy time is over and everybody can come back and visit us, we encourage you to come see us, come see our new tour and learn about the Franklins and the Adams. We won't be leaving them out, but they will start with the Franklins. Thank you guys. Come see us when you can.